Good morning. I just was working on some grungy tags this morning. And I thought I would just come on and record so you guys can play along with me and see how I do my back layer. Or the base, if you will. I have these tags that I made out of this. In this case, this is a granola bar box. And I like to use these ones because the gesso, depending on how thick you leave it down, allows some of that different colors to kind of show through. I have this jar here. It's just gesso with, it's an opaque gesso. And I added some white, just crafting paint to it because I want to be able to cover a lot of the wording and stuff. So I just take and cover thin and thick on the words and stuff that I don't want to show through. And it does a good job covering up the lines or the words, I guess. And then see, like, some of that brown will be kind of left with just a light coat. So with this being opaque, I should just go ahead and cover that. It'll allow some of that to show through with the painting that's over the top of it. So this one, I'm just going to get out of the way, step it aside. I did one base already that's dry. So this is just this another piece of the cardboard box that I have went ahead and gessoed and dried up. I used for the backgrounds to get the really dark colors in there. I used this walnut ink spray and left some gesso on my brush. I'll show you here in a minute. Just a little bit. This stuff is dark. And then with my gesso brush, I kind of smoothed it to where I wanted that walnut ink to give it kind of a different darks and lights in throughout the background, if you will. I don't know if you can see that here. Let me hold it up so you can see it's covered up all of the writing in there. This walnut ink takes a minute to dry, but you can sponge it. I just paint it on kind of with my gesso brush because I like the way that it gives already the different colors coming through. And then in the girl one, I chose to use this green. This is just acrylic artist ink. Picked it up on the clearance at Hobby Lobby. Oh no, I did not get this at Hobby Lobby. This actually came from Michael's. And I just a couple of drops on. And then I use these sponges. This was a great big huge sponge, like car wash sponge or something. And you can just kind of dab it on there and get where you want it, the colors that you like. Add more, take it off. Just kind of really smoosh it around in there. Kind of gives you the different darks and lights for the background. And to me, it always looks kind of funny until it all starts to come together. Then you're like, oh, okay. So if you're new at this, just keep going with it because your end result, you'll love it, no matter what it looks like at the beginning. And this is another ink. This one here is the bright gold. And I'm just going to use a little bit of that to accent throughout. So we'll try it there and see. I'm just going to take this, and then I'm just going to kind of smear it to give some highlights. So now my background's looking something like that. And with these inks, I find that they dry quite quickly. So once you get them on there, you only have to leave them for a minute. And then once this is all dry, I just take a stencil. This one here is trees. That's the one that I did with the little girl sitting in the tree. So we'll go ahead and work with that one. This one has two different, one huge tree or two different ones. So depending on what you're going for, you can figure out how you want to lay it. I'm going to go ahead and kind of take up the whole card. And then I just have one of these junk mail cards that they send you. And this here is modeling paste. And I like the way that the texture is with the modeling paste. So I just pull, it doesn't take much. I just pull a hair out. This is gold. I like a gold color. And then just take and coat the stencil. To where you want your trees to go. And the thinner you get it, the quicker that this stuff dries. You can also take your heat tool and apply heat to it to help it dry quicker. Just like anything else, you know, you want to hold it back and make sure that you don't bubble. A little bit more right in that trunk, like so. And when you're content with, you know, how much you got in there. This modeling paste, if you haven't worked with it, it dries quick and it dries hard. So you really want to get it wiped off before it hardens up on there. So I'll take a baby wipe. Oops, sorry about that. I'll take a baby wipe and cover this up. Then I'll go wash it. So now this is what we have. Let me hold it up here so that you can see. So that's our background. And I'm going to set this aside so it can dry. And this was another background, almost similar to that one that I have already created. And it's dry, but the tree is it's raised. So it just gives that extra layer of dimension on it. So once you get to this point, now it's just a matter of your preference on what you want to put on it or leave it like this. This looks great as it is. Let me pull out some little ephemera dudes. You can choose your images. You know, with one sitting down always looks cool. You can find your branch. I kind of see where would be a good spot for the sitter. You know, and you can pop her on there. Or even this little guy, like standing, maybe leaning up on the tree. Another little guy, he could be sitting, depending on, you know, what look that you're going for. Also, if you want to do something like this, which is layering, so the technique is essentially the same as far as the inks go and the gesso. that's smeared in there. This one I just took and clustered it up with some lace and some burlap flowers. And then this one I did different colors. It's the rust that's coming through. And then this one here with the little girls. This is just the solid walnut brown over white, which gave it kind of that cloudy image that you're seeing. I did no other ink colors on there. The different little colors coming in between her legs right there are the actual colors from the box coming on through, which gives it a nice tone. And then I just backed them with coffee dyed paper, so you can line stamp them or really at this point whatever you want to do with them. So all right, thank you all for joining me today. If you have any comments or questions, I'd love for you to leave them below and I will reply to them. If you have a different method or use something different, let me know that too. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button. That way you'll get notifications of my up and coming videos. And I just wanted to say thank you. I hope somebody was able to get some inspiring tips this morning. And I hope you all have a great day. Bye.